Let's check in with the listeners.
Hey, listeners.
Listeners, remember you can always reach us.
What's up, Big Tony style?
Email address, gamescoop@ign.com. Just like, sorry, Sam, ruined your thunder, Big Tony style.
Oh, man, you just sent me on a roller coaster there.
That was great.
Big Tony Style says, with the recent release of the Infinite War, Call of Duty Infinite War, and Battlefield trailers, I find it fascinating how much attention game trailers get. We are at the point where there are release dates for a game's trailer. So my question is, with so much attention put on game trailers, what does one need to capture the attention of the Scoop crew?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Damon.
Yeah. I
saw you tweet this out earlier today. Couldn't agree more. It's why we're friends.
Yeah, so...
Sucking up.
Yeah, I tweeted that...
It has to have Godzilla in it?
Yeah. What I'm looking for in a trailer is Godzilla. Specifically with indie games, what I want to see is gameplay right off the bat. Because this happens a lot. People like email us about, hey, check out my indie game, and I'll go and check out their trailer. It's something I haven't never heard of.
Yeah.
I check out the trailer, and it's just like text.
There's
still image.
Soft music playing, and you see a feather, and then some text fades in.
What
a minute has gone by, and I have no idea what your game looks like.
What about Super Russian Roulette?
Oh, that's true.
That was a little.
The very first thing I do, very first thing I do on a YouTube trailer is skip to 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's actually when the gameplay shows. Go right to the gameplay. Something like Enter the Gungeon. The split second I see that game, I know I want to play it. Yeah. So just show me the game. Anyway, he's talking about big, I think more like AAA trailers. Like
I want to hear more covers of David Bowie songs.
I want to hear fewer covers of David Bowie songs.
Fewer covers of anything. Contemporary covers that are a little bit more rockin'.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
No. Yeah, it's interesting.
But they're cheaper to license than the original.
Yeah, I guess you can only play that. What is it called? The technical license?
The juxtaposition between how people reacted to the Battlefield reveal trailer compared to how they reacted to the Call of Duty trailer is insane.
Yeah.
And I completely agree. I think the Call of Duty trailer was too long. I think the first half was sort of boring. Yeah. And the second half I thought was pretty cool in space. Whereas the Battlefield trailer was much shorter and I think did a much better job of showing me a little bit and then making me want more. Like, because it was in engine, but it wasn't. They didn't show like what the actual game is going to look like.
It's like, look at this train, look at that horse. What does that mean?
That looks amazing. That looks cool. That flamethrower looks cool. That trench looks cool. And so
look at that shovel.
Yeah, I left at E3. I want to play. If I had only had time to play one of them, I want to play Battlefield.
Remember that Halo 5 trailer that had nothing to do with Halo 5?
Yeah, the one in the.
It was like Master Chief is walking.
He's wearing a poncho over his armor.
That was before they had a game. He's like,
that's what I like my trailers to be like.
A good trailer needs to evoke, it needs to plant an idea in your brain without like showing you the whole thing. Like if you were to have a Star Wars game and you show like one shot of Hoth, you're like, oh man, we're going to Hoth, but I don't need to see like 30 seconds of you on Hoth. Now that's how you build hype, and then you have something to build on later when you show the game off in more detail.
I was just watching Raiders of the Lost Ark last weekend, and then I watched the original theatrical trailer. And theatrical trailers back then basically just took like every 10 minutes just a clip from the movie and just strung them back to back and just tell the story. And by the end of it, it's like Indiana Jones fights the Nazis and melts their faces, and then it shows it. It's like then they put the Ark away in a room forever. Who's working on it? Top men.
Yeah, people complain about trailers giving away the movies now, but like it was the same or if not worse 50 years ago.
Oh, it was just the worst. It was absolutely
70s movie
everything given away.
Incredible. And I cannot believe you said 50 years ago, and I was about to correct you, but 40 years ago. That's depressing.
Even like trailers for like horror movies, like the trailer for The Blob in the 50s tells the entire arc of that story.
Which is a great story arc. Blob eats stuff.
And then gets frozen at the end, gets shipped off to the Antarctic.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
What a great movie.
I would say in general, I don't get excited for video game trailers very often. Just because for AAA games, they rarely show gameplay. There's actually, the way the marketing schedule for a game goes, their debut trailer is just like a cinematic trailer.
Yeah.
And then farther down the line, there will be a gameplay trailer.
Yeah.
They call it a gameplay trailer because it actually shows gameplay. It's like, well, this is...
Well, the first one sets the mood.
Yeah.
People really like the cinematic trailers, though, and some of them really stand out, like the Dead Island one.
The Dead Island one, there was a Division one from a couple years ago at E3 where it was showing how the world was changing without the characters in it.
If they fell off in later years, but the Assassin's Creed trailers always used to be so incredible and just great mood pieces with great music choices.
I thought the Syndicate reveal trailer was really good.
If you get mad at cinematic trailers, think about the live-action cinematic trailers. Those don't tell you anything about the game.
Yeah, well, Call of Duty does that a lot, right? They hire like celebrities or
used to do
comedians or models to like just be in their live action
I
commercial.
want more playable
Yeah.
trailers, like
Playable
the video
trailers.
game PT.
PT.
Yes.
That was
Oh,
cool.
I thought you were joking, but you were being
Oh no!
serious.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Like, very few games can do that, but I think as a means
Well, it
of
worked for that game, right?
well, as a means of revealing and hyping up a product, I don't think anything's been as effective as that.
That day in the office was insane.
I remember
Yeah,
I was in
it was.
Gamescom at the time, and I went to bed, and then I woke up. And I went to bed, and the email chain was like,
everyone's screaming.
"Hey, we're gonna start playing PT," and I woke up, and it was just like Silent Hills, and I'm like, "What happened? How long have I been asleep?"
Okay, wait, back up. What happened? That's the email thread where you're like, I need to go back and read all these. I can't just
Something
skim.
big happens every time I go abroad.
But it was crazy because I think it was John Ryan was the first
Yeah.
one. We couldn't figure out. No one on the internet knew how to beat the trick. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's all this
he got
obscure.
through it all.
And then we're like, he's like, what? What?
And then it shows the guy from The Walking Dead at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah,
What is going on? Is this Walking Dead? It's Silent Hill. What?
I'm really excited for Silent Hills.
Got some bad news, Marty.
Uh-oh. Is there a feature on the site I should read?
Here's a code for Shantae and the Pirates Curse.
That game is great.
It is great.
So we're gonna give away a great game. Be stoked about it. Shantae and the Pirate's Curse for Wii U. Here's a code for it: B0L7T9QXFDX9FH1. You guess the last character.